Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello my students, how are you today? We have English for the second term. Our lesson is Unit 1. How old are you? Talk time, pages 2 and 3. My name is Badr Suwadan, with me teacher Fawaz Al-Aqid. Okay, what you will learn today? You will learn how to ask and respond to basic questions about personal information using verb to be, am, is, are. Also, you will learn how to recognize and apply subjunctive pronouns I, you correctly. Okay, now, can you tell me what is this? This is what? Baby. Excellent. So this is a baby. Okay, now, can you tell me how old is this baby? How old? Okay, so this is what? Maybe 3 months, 4 months. Okay, so how old is he? So he is 3 months old. Excellent. Okay, now, can you tell me, we have a girl here. Okay, how old is she? How old is she? Can you tell me? Yes, she is 4 years old. Excellent. So, how old is she? She is 4 years old. Excellent. Okay, now, can you tell me, how old is this man? How old is this man? Yes, maybe what? He is 35 years old or 37 years old. So this is what? How old is he? Okay, now we have an old man here. Old man, okay? Can you tell me how old is he? How old is he? Yes, you can say he is, yes, maybe 60 years old or 65 years old or so on, okay? So he is 60 years old. Now, can you tell me what does mean how old? How old are you? Yes, how old? What does it mean? كم عمر? Excellent. So, how old? Okay, now, tell me, how old are you? How old are you? What will you say? You will say what? I am, excellent. I am 11, maybe 11 years old, or I am 12 years old, or I am 10 years old, or I am 9 years old. Excellent. Now, how to write it? You will say, first of all, I am. I am. So you will say what? I am. How old are you? 9. Excellent. Okay. So I am 9 years old. So I am 9 years old. Or if you're 10, I am 10 years old. Excellent. So what does mean years? سنوات. Excellent. So I am 9 years old. I am 10 years old. Excellent. Okay. So on page 2, open your book on page 2. Page 2. Okay. So the title of the unit is How old are you? How old are you? On page 2, page 2, talk time number 1, listen and say. So listen, listen and say. And what? And say. So this is number 1. Okay, now we have a woman there and we have 2 girls here. So this is a teacher and we have 2 students here. Okay, a teacher and 2 students. Okay, so the teacher says, how old are you? How old are you? So the first girl here says what? I am 9 years old. I am 9 years old. And the other girl says what? I am 10 years old. Again, the teacher says what? How old are you? Say it with me. How old? How old? Excellent. How old are you? Are you? How old? Say it with me. How old are you? How old are you? Excellent. Okay. So the first girl says what? I am 9 years old. I am 9 years old. Okay, so you can say I am or am. Okay, I am or am. So I'm 9 years old, and the other girl says what? I'm 10 years old. I'm 10 years old. Excellent. So let's read it again for the last time. How old are you? Yes, excellent. How old are you? I am 9 years old. Excellent. Here, I am 10 years old. Excellent. Okay. Now, number 2, practice the talks in pairs. Practice, okay, in pairs. So, you and another person with you. Okay. Now, we have now 2 students here. Okay. The first one will says what? Will say, how old are you? And the other person will answer, I'm 10 years old. So you can ask your friend, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father. Okay, you can ask anyone, how old are you? And he or she will say what? I am 30 years old, 20 years old, 10 years old, 5 years old. Okay, so you can say any number of your age. Okay, so again, how old are you? And the other the person will say what? I'm 10 years old. Okay, number 3 here. Act out the talks in pairs. Now you can practice more. So, how old are you? The other person, not you, the other person will ask you, okay? Will ask you. So, they will ask you, how old are you? And you will say what? I am, for example, 9 years old, 10 years old, or whatever, okay? Okay, now, on page 3, turn to page 3. Yes, turn to page number 3. Excellent. Now we have fun time. Number 4, how old are you? This is the question. Quickly, quickly, not fast, quickly. Ask 3 people. You can choose 3 of your friends, 3 of your family, okay? So choose any 3 person and ask them what? Quickly, okay? So if you're here and you have 3 friends, 3 what? Friends, you can ask them. Ask what? What do you say? You will say what? How old are you? Say to me, how old are you? Excellent. And they will respond to your question and say what? I am 9 years old, or I am 10 years old. Okay, so choose 3 people and ask them what? How old are you? Okay, you can ask your friends or your family. Okay, so how old are you? And they will answer the question. I am blank years old. So you can say, I am 9 years old, I am 10 years old, I am 11 years old, or whatever of their age. Okay, now we have grammar toolbox. Grammar toolbox. Okay, now we have it's equals it is. So you can say what? It's, and you can say it is. It's or it is. It's or it is. Okay, and you can say am or I am. I'm or I am. So you can use the abbreviation here. Okay, so you can use the apostrophe between I and am. So this is am or I am. Also here, it's, or you can say it is. Okay, so it is or it's. I am or am. Okay, excellent. Now, move to page 49. Page 49, 49, 49, 49. This is goal 25. Okay, so turn to page 49. Okay, did you open it? Excellent. Okay, now we have number 1, listen and practice, trace. So listen and practice, then we will trace the letters. Okay, so Now we have two people here. How old are you? So the other one says what? I am 10 years old. Again, how old are you? I'm 10 years old. Excellent. Now what we will do, we will trace, we will write over the words here. So take your pen or pencil and now let's trace. So we have H, capital H here, like this. Okay. Then we have O, W, old, O, L, D. So how old? Then we have R, A, R, E. Then we have U like this. This is Y, O, U. And we have a question mark at the end of the sentence. A question mark, okay? Now, this is how old are you? What about the other sentence here? I'm 10 years old. That's right. So we have I. Then I have apostrophe. M. 10, T, E, N. Then we have years. Let's start with Y. E, A, R, S. And we have old at the end of the sentence. O, L, D. And we have a full stop at the end of the sentence. So we have how old are you sentence, and we have am 10 years old also sentence here. Okay, so the sentence starts with what? With a capital letter. With a capital letter and ends with an apostrophe. And here also we start with capital letter and ends with a question mark. So you have to start with a capital letter and then you'll move with what? Small letters. Okay, so again the first person says what? I'm 9 years old. So this is what? Bigger than this person. Okay, so let's trace again. So I, capital letter here, then we have apostrophe M, then we have 9, N, I, N, E, then we have years starting with Y, E, A, R, S, and we have old like this, O, L, D, and we have a full stop at the end of the sentence. So I'm 10 years old for that person, and this is what? I'm 9 years old. So this is 10 and this is what? 9. Okay, so he is what? Smaller. Okay, now number 2, trace and write. Trace and write. Okay, what do we have today? We have the letter. What is this letter? This is Y. Excellent. So we have Y. Is it capital or small? Capital. Excellent. So we have a capital Y here. Okay, how to write the letter Y? Okay, so how to write it? You will start with line number 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. We have 4 lines here. Okay, so let's start with line number 1 up to line number 2. So we have Y like this, and we have a line up to line number 3. Again, Y like this, and a line like this. Okay, so now let's write it. So we will write like V like here, and we have a line up to line number 3. Again, Y like this, and a line down to line number 3. Okay, again, let's write it 2 more times. Y, and for the last time, Y like this. So this is Y, and you pronounce it as yah. As what? As yah. Like what? Like in yard. Like if your name is Yasser, you start with Y, Yasser, yah, Yasser. Okay, so you start with the letter Y if you want to pronounce it as yah. Okay, so this is what? Y, and this is Y. Okay, now turn to page 50. 50, not 15, 50. Okay, so 50, 50. Okay, so this is goal 26. Okay, now we have number 1, listen and practice. Say your age, Trace. Okay, now we have 2 people here. And the first one says what? How old are you? The second person says what? I am 10 years old. Excellent. Okay, now let's trace. So let's start with H, capital H, like this. O, W, old, O-L-D, R. Okay, then we have U like this, Y, O, U, and a question mark like this. Okay, what about the second sentence here? Yes, so we will start with I, capital I, apostrophe and M, 10, T-E-N, years, like this. And we have old, like this. And a full stop at the end of the sentence. Okay, now number 2, or before number 2, we have this. Can you tell me what is this? This is what? A pyramid, and we have 3 pyramids here. Pyramid, like in what? In Egypt. Yes, you can find it in Egypt. So those are pyramids. Okay, so one of them says what? I'm 3,000 years old. The pyramid says what? I am 3,000, not 3 years only, not 30, not 300, 3,000. We have 1, 2, 3 zeros here. Okay, so I am 3,000 years old. Excellent. Okay, so he's what? Very big, very old. So write your age, okay? So you will say, I am blank years old. How old are you? Yes, 9. Excellent. Let's write 9 here. N-I-N-E. 10. Okay, how to write 10? Like this. T-E-N. Okay, so if your age is 9, you will write 9. If your age is 10, you can write 10. Excellent. Okay, or 7 if you're 7. Okay, now we have number 2, trace and write. What is this letter? Can you tell me? This is what? Z. Excellent. Or Z. So we have Z here. How to write it? Let's trace first. So you will starting from line number 1 to line number 3 like this. And also here. Okay. Now let's write the letter Z 3 times. So you will start from left side to right, then again left to right from line 3. Again, like this. This is Z, capital form. And this is the Z for the last time. Okay, so we have Z, and you pronounce as Z, like in zebra. Excellent. Okay, what you've learned today, ask and respond to basic questions about personal information using verb to be am, is, are. Recognize and apply subjective pronouns are, you correctly. Okay, so this is the end of our lesson today. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.